Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WEEABOO Wednesday. I hate to start the program so negatively, but the United States today, as of filming, was rocked by a cataclysmic event. I of course am talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog live-action movie trailer. All across the United States, and even across the world, anybody who viewed this has been inflicted with the utmost highest levels of cringe. As if Sonic wasn't infamous enough already, this made things even worse. With something as weird as Sonic the Hedgehog, it really didn't need a Hollywood adaptation, and this is being made all the more clear by this trailer. It would seem that this year is fated for terrible adaptations of video games and film. First we have The Witcher, then we have Detective Pikachu, and now finally we have Sonic the Hedgehog. Next, all we would need is a Zelda and Mario movie. Oh wait, there's already a Mario movie. Beyond the fact that Sonic just looks so disgusting and unnatural, especially when put side by side with a real-life person, this looks so bad. Who thought this was a good idea? Or does Sega just understand that they're the laughingstock of the gaming world and decided to capitalize on that cringe humor? Jim Carrey looks nothing like Robotnik. Even when they put the mustache on him, he still very barely resembles him. Supposedly he's supposed to get more rotund as the movie goes on, and he will look more like the classic Robotnik we know and love, but ultimately, it just doesn't seem right. It seems like he's phoning it in. He's acting more like just Jim Carrey and not at all like Dr. Robotnik. And one thing that I commend Jim Carrey for is his ability to play a character. Not just to act and not just to act crazy and be goofy, but his ability to get into a character. Watch The Grinch. As terrible as it is, watch The Grinch and you will see his ability to be in character. But enough people are talking about this, so please, let's move on. Atlas USA revealed an English trailer for Catherine Full Body. As you may see, Catherine's right here. I'm a huge fan of Catherine, actually. It was a really awesome game as far as puzzle games go. It was very interesting, and the story was so crazy. If you like weeaboo games and just anime in general, Catherine is so worth picking up, and Catherine Full Body looks to have all new types of blocks, so that means more depth in the puzzles. There's even a new character, and even some stuff added for the previous characters from the old game. So check that out, definitely. It's coming out September 3rd, and there will be 2 different versions of it. Recently, I mentioned Hello Kitty would be fighting a Gundam in outer space. Now, Hello Kitty is going to team up with Shin-chan in order to save a Hello Kitty theme park from a Hello Kitty imposter. This is, of course, again, to celebrate the 45th anniversary of Hello Kitty, and it's also going to be the first episode of the Reiwa era of Shin-chan, so definitely worth taking a look at. I also recently spoke about the upcoming sci-fi samurai manga by Masashi Kishimoto, the Naruto creator. Well, us hamburgers will be able to view it this Friday, May 3rd, on the English Shonen Jump website. There's actually going to be a preview chapter for people to read in English, so definitely check it out. Saga of Tanya is the Tanya the Evil movie that I recently also talked about on WEEABOO Wednesday. It premiered back in early February in Japan, and the movie's grossed over 400 million yen at the box office in the few short months it's been out. Now for perspective, that's 3.5 million US dollars. I also announced that this movie would be premiering in the United States on May 16th in over 500 theaters, so I know that it won't make as much money, but it'll be interesting to compare the figures. Level 5 has released the intro movie for Yokai Watch 4. Now, of course, it's only in Japanese, and it is for the Japanese release of the game on June 6th. The trailer's actually really cool. It makes the game look a lot more interesting than I previously thought. I only watched some gameplay, but I was a little discouraged from it when I saw it. Hopefully, with the time that they used to push the game back, they have polished it a little bit better, because Level 5 has made some fun games with the previous Yokai Watch games. If you're familiar, Yokai Watch 3 released in the United States back in February, when it released in Japan 3 years prior to that. So hopefully we're not waiting that long for this new one, but either way, I'll buy it, and it's coming out on Switch, so we'll see. Shigeru Okada is a famous stop-motion animator from Japan, who's recently risen to fame thanks to a Netflix series called Rirakuma and Kaoru. They recently announced their plans to create a short stop-motion horror series. Now, they're hoping to raise funds for this via Kickstarter, but they're only asking for something like $13,000 and some change. So we'll round up to $14,000. Regardless of that, this is an incredibly tight budget to create something like stop motion on. If you watch the trailer, you'll see this is incredibly high quality stuff. The models used are horrifyingly creepy, and stop motion itself is already creepy enough. So with the effects they're using and just this weird vibe, it looks so weird and scary. The series will consist of 5 7 to 8 minute long videos. These videos will be also uploaded to YouTube in smaller forms, I think about 3 minutes. Now, to get the full experience, you'll have to watch it via pay-per-view on Vimeo or something similar. But I think it's well worth it. This looks really scary. Just from the short trailer we have alone, it's not pulling any punches. It's grotesque and very, very strange. The story is essentially a young girl is sold into slavery to pay for her father's gambling debt. And the mother goes to the mountain of which she's being kept prisoner on and seeks to free her. Though the mother is inflicted by some terrible curse of the mountain and is transformed into some strange beast along the way. Despite this, the mother seeks to push on and free her daughter from captivity. This looks really, really cool. Definitely check it out and go to the Kickstarter and maybe drop them a couple bucks. It looks like it would be really worth the money. It's at $2,800 now with 41 days to go. I think they can do it. Oh, I think you know what time it is. It's Gundam news time. In promotion of the film Gundam Narrative, a golden unicorn Gundam backpack will be released for 8,100 yen. It's up for pre-order now. That's literally all I have this week. A movie is going to be released honoring the 30th anniversary of the Japanese rock band The Pillows. You may know their music from FLCL, or Fooly Cooly, and I absolutely love this band. I recently saw them not terribly long ago. Osama ni Nare, or To Become the King, is slated to come out this fall in Japan. The frontman of the band will be providing original music and, of course, his own creative input to the movie. It's going to follow a young man whose life was changed by the music of The Pillows. The Vinland Saga anime has developed quite a bit over the past month. We've received more details about the anime itself, be it the episode count, some cast, and we've also gotten a trailer. Haha. The 24-episode anime will premiere July 6th. If you like Vikings, this anime is just for you, because it follows the adaptation of a manga with the same name. This manga, of course, is set in a historical Scandinavian theme, which of course consists of Vikings. So it's definitely worth checking out. Very cool stuff. Lastly, I'm happy to report that Toonami will be airing Part 5 of Lupin III starting June 15th. Whether or not you're a huge fan of the series, I think that it's still a great nod to the creator, Kazuhiko Kato, who just recently passed. It's going to help bring a new chapter of the legendary series that he helped create to a Western audience. So that makes me happy. So this one is a really big deal. I know the contents of at least half of this package, though that half potentially makes up a good 90% of the excitement here. This one is something that I got a friend of mine who I know who lives in Japan to actually purchase this. I paid them, they bought it, they shipped it to me. Thank you so much to that Japanese friend of mine. I love you so much. Can't wait to see you again when we come back. But let's open this up right here and I will tell you a little bit more. This is what I'm excited about, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. First, we're going to talk about the other stuff that I got that is also pretty exciting. So let's take a look. My friend, I asked them to get me some Japanese snacks and they obliged. Bunch of little biscuits of different sorts, and I'm assuming that they all probably have anko in them or something. Mochiri mochi mochi odan gumi. Which essentially, from what I can understand, this is like a sticky rice cake, basically. So this is just like a mochi cake. Little rice cake. If you have mochi, you know what that is, so. Some classic wasabi. Ah, wasabi. Some little wasabi snacks, little crunchy guys. Little crackers. And finally, a cute little bear thing. Bisuko. Bisuko. I'm assuming that's like biscuit. Bisuko. There it is on the side. Bisco. And there's a little running man from Osaka. Now, this, however, is the very exciting thing, and I am so excited that I almost just want to open part of it now. I will give you a quick peek at the box. This is the original box that it came in. This is still factory sealed. That's a pretty big deal, but I buy these things to display them, so let's open it up. And I got it for a really fair price. Oh, yes. What this is the robot spirits, robot Damashi of Evangelion Unit 1 in the awakened form from the end of one of the movies. I don't want to spoil anything, but the movie's been out long enough, so if you haven't seen it, I'm terribly sorry, but this is the awakened Evangelion Unit 1. And as you can see, he is incredibly angry. Comes with all kinds of awesome accessories. And I already have some of the other figures in this line, so this is incredibly exciting because I have wanted this for years. Here we are, I finally have it, and I'm very excited to open this thing eventually. I may have to make that a video, so hey, let me know if you want to see that. With all that said, thank you so much for tuning in to Weeaboo Wednesday. I tried to keep this week a little bit shorter, so hopefully that worked. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave it a thumbs up. Of course, subscribing and sharing the content is always helpful, and if you wanted to watch any of the previous videos I made, check them out right here. If you want to talk about any of this news, drop a comment below. Tell me what you think of the Sonic trailer, and I will see you very soon with another video. I will see you, right? You will come back for me, right?